What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about GFI today, GoldFinch. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 9th day of May today. 2 days, 7 hours left in the week right now. About 2 days, seven and a half hours, or 6.5 hours, I should say. Yeah, six and a half. If we're looking at this thing here, I think that we're at the base, or maybe I shouldn't say at the base. The base was a few weeks ago, but we're at the very beginning of an overall up move that is going to take you to new all-time highs. I think that that's what's coming, right? If we're looking at this here from a high back in April of 2024, the very, very beginning of April here, to the low that we just had in April of 2025, a whole year later, you've just been in a straight downward sloping move this whole time. What you've done is you've gone right up to your 382, down to your 236. This kind of formation where you go up to your 382 to your 236 oftentimes results in a move that takes you right up to your golden ratio. And that's exactly what I'm calling for now. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I expect GFI from the price that it's at now at about 85.3 cents. We'll see a move that's at a minimum 160% higher, if not 220% higher, something like that. Something in that kind of area there, around $2.24 to $2.71. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. You know, GoldFinch is a pretty low market cap coin. It is a very low market cap coin. I think it's what, $68 million, if I remember. I just saw it. Maybe it changed. Yeah, $68 million. Pretty low volume. That's actually very, very low volume. Unfortunately, that's not ideal. But in all fairness, you've been rather boring for the past couple of weeks, haven't you? So I'm not going to hold that against you. I'm sure the volume comes in once you're moving, whether it's up or down. But you've been rather boring. So I think here, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think moving up like this and then just being boring, this is not an indication that you're going to sell off. I think if you were to sell off, you would have done it already. I mean, you had every inclination to here at this double top, triple top, whatever you want to call it here, but you're just moving sideways. This is actually very bullish kind of configuration. I really do think that you're about to break out here. Any day. You're probably waiting on the rest of the markets, the rest of crypto to move up, but I think any day now, any week now, you're going to be seeing higher prices. Your daily RSI is very bullish. Getting overbought, not getting oversold, finding support around the 50 area. You can go lower. If you want to go lower, you can go lower and bounce off the 40. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Just the last time I'll say it in this video, I swear. Maybe not the last time, but one of the last times. It's completely possible and totally fine if GFI goes lower. We could go lower. I'm not under that impression that we do because of the whole 236, 382 thing, right? From here, consolidating between the 382 and the 236 like this, it's not really suggestive of anything. If we were to go lower, it suggests that we'd probably go to the golden ratio and bounce there, something around 60 cents to 63 cents, right? If we break above this, if we see a day, 1 day is all it would take really to get excited, is to close above about 92.4 cents. If we can get 1 day to close above there, then likely you are breaking out and going higher. And I think that you will. Regardless of going lower first, moving sideways more, or going up first, inevitably all these paths, they're all going to take you to the same area, which is higher, right? To prices that are likely above $2. You're at 85, 86 cents right now. If we look at this on a 4-hour basis, let's start at the 1 hour actually. 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour kind of looks like it wants to go lower, if I'm being honest. You're at an area that you like to bounce from, but it kind of looks like you want to go lower. Let's just see, from a low to a high here, what are you doing? I would think you go a little bit lower. You're at 85.8 cents now. I think that you go to like 84 cents, maybe 83 and a half. This thing does have very low liquidity, low volume right now, right? So my thought here is maybe this was the move to get to your golden ratio, but there's just not enough selling pressure, right? There's not enough volume, not enough selling pressure that's taking you down there. Or in other words, there's also too much buying pressure that's not allowing you to get down there. I think you would have made your move over the last 3 hours. So I take it back actually. Maybe you don't. If you are to go lower, 84 cents to 83 and a half cents, I think will hold. Okay. But I think if you were to do that, you would have done it already. So I don't think you do. I bet you recover from here over the hours. By the time most of you watch this video, I bet it's up. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour RSI, lower lows here, lower lows in the price. Not indicative of any kind of bullish behavior, but it's not bad overall, right? You are living predominantly above the 50, which is nice to see. Getting above the 60, bouncing off the 40, we like to see that. So this is fine. I do think that you're going to break out. I think that you're going to break out to the upside over the coming days. Not today, but over the coming days, you will break out to the upside. Once you're above, again, like 92 cents, something like that, that's how you know it's go time. What was that price? Let's see. Let's get it back on there. Come on now. Did I delete it? I must have deleted it and not refreshed it. Low to high. The price to get above on a daily closing basis is 92.4 cents. You want to get above 92.4 cents to validate the idea that you are breaking out and going to the upside. Essentially getting above these daily high wicks that we've seen over the past like week now. Looking at the weekly time frame, the all-time history of GoldFinch here. If we go from the all-time low to the high that you had back in April of last year, you've had a deep, very deep retracement down to the 786, 886 area. You've been consolidating now right below this golden ratio. That's what this white line is. It's the golden ratio, the 618 at 92.6 cents. When you get above there, which is coincidentally really close to that 92.4 cent area, right, that we were just talking about breaking above, it's key to see the breakout going higher. When you get above here, you're likely going to make a move that takes you directly to $1.91, if not $2.98, which lines up pretty well also with that golden ratio move from this high to low. If you take that high to low right there in this zone, right, from where you are here, based off of this fib, this greater fib, this would be your expected area to go to, right? But with this fib, from the high to a low, the expected area would be here. So you've got the expected area that's within the expected area. Does that make sense? So that's nice. It really does help validate the notion that you will see a price that's above $2, if not something that is just below $3. But 224, 271, I really do feel confident that that's where you're going to go. Looking at this on a weekly basis, I wouldn't be surprised if you were there by the end of May. By the end of May. Now, what you're going to do after May, in the month of June, I think everything's going to go up in the month of June, guys. It's going to be a crazy, crazy time in the month of June. I would expect that by the end of June, GoldFinch is at least around, if not above, its current highs from April 2024. At least there, if not above, right? So the expectation would be something of about $5, which would be about a 6x from here, maybe $6.20, $6.16. That's about a 7x from here, something in that kind of area. If you don't stop there, the only place you're going to go to is dramatically higher, and that's all the way up at $12. And that's a 14x from here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I know, and see, I said it again. I know that it's hard to wrap your brain around that kind of growth in such a short amount of time, especially when last year it took us from effectively October 2023 till April of 2024. It took us like 6 whole months to just move up this roughly the same amount, right? Let alone what I'm talking about, which actually would be more overall. But we're in a different phase now than we were last time, right? Ethereum's looking good. It looks like it's bottom versus Bitcoin. Crypto altcoins are in a position now that we haven't seen all bull cycle, right? Ready to continue to grow. Bitcoin itself is in a position that we haven't seen it this whole cycle, right? And we've got governments, states, financial institutions acquiring this thing like a madman, and all the cryptos beneath Bitcoin are going to benefit positively from this. I guess benefit positively is a bit redundant, right? It's you're not going to benefit negatively, right? I mean, maybe you could benefit negatively if you got less bad things, I guess. Anyways, enough wordplay. I think that we will see something on the lines of a rather miraculous growth, something on the lines of anything from like a 5x move to a 14x move. I'm leaning more toward the idea that we do see new all-time highs. It's very possible that you stop somewhere in between. It's not common. Most of the time you do actually always interact with your 1272 or higher if you're going to see new highs relative to any kind of fib. But sometimes, especially in environments like this where this is a lot of growth, we could find resistance just a little bit higher. Maybe you stop right here at this weekly high close, all the way back here at about $9. Maybe you stop right there at $10. Nice psychological resistance. And instead of seeing a 6x or a 5x, instead of seeing a 14x, maybe instead you get a 11x. And that could make a lot of sense too. But something, my expectation would be end of May, you're probably going to see prices that are around, I would think, end of May, you're going to be around, yeah, that's right, $2.24 to $3, somewhere in that zone, end of May, if not earlier. And then end of June, we're looking for something that's around $5 to $6, if not $10 or higher. Okay, dramatically higher prices. GoldFinch, GFI has some growth to go, some running to do, and we'll keep track of that as it happens. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.